In this video, we are going to look at the connection between 5 times and 10 times. Here we have 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 rows and 3 in each equals 15. The connection that we see between 5 and 10 times is that 10 times is double 5 times. If we look at this example here, we got 10 times 3 is 30. So 10 rows and 3 in each equals 30. 5 times 3 is 15, but 10 times 3 is 30. If we double our 5 times, we get to 10 times. If we halve our 10 times, we get to 5 times. So, for example, if I'm thinking about what is 5 times 3, I can think to myself, what is 10 times 3, and then halve that number, or halve the product. 10 times 3 is 30, so therefore 5 times 3 must be 15, because half of 30 is 15. In the same way, I'm halving the groups as well. Halve the groups of 10, the 10 groups, I get 5 groups. The same is true in the opposite way. If I think to myself, what is 10 times 3? If I know that 5 times 3 is 15, 10 times 3 must be double, so it must be 30. Let's work through another example. 5 rows of 5 in each row is 25. 5 times 5, 5 rows, and 5 in each row is 25. 10 rows and 5 in each is 50. 10 times 5 is 50. Therefore, if I'm looking at the number sentence 5 times 5 equals 25, I know that if 5 times 5 is 25, 10 times 5 must be 50, because I've doubled my 5 times tables. So 5 times 5 is 25, therefore 10 times 5 is 50. Because double 5 groups, I get to 10 groups. The same is true in reverse. If I know that 10 times 5 is 50, then 5 times 5 must be 25, because I've halved the groups. Double 5 to get to 10, or double 10, or halve 10 to get to 5. Let's work through one more example. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 rows and 4 in each row is 20. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 rows of 4 in each is 40. If I know 5 times 4 is 20, then I know 10 times 4 must be 40. Because if I double my groups, I know that 5 times 4 is 20, double that, 10 times 4 must be 40. The relationship between 5 times and 10 times is either doubling or halving. If I know 5 times 4, well, I must know 10 times 4 because I've doubled the groups. If I know 10 times 4, I must know 5 times 4 because I just halved the groups. 5 times 4 is 20, then I must know that 10 times 4 is 40 because I've doubled.